Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down under 10 minutes. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or even insults, you put it down below, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Now, my videos are to the point, comical to a degree, to a sense. I don't use a lot of technical, complex words for you to understand, as you should know, right? So, I usually see, I look at other people's videos. Oh, yeah, this video is going to be about, is there a God? And I'll give you proof that there is and is a sort of God, okay? So, as a matter of fact, okay, before I get to the point in the topic, okay, I watch a lot of videos on the YouTube. I read a lot of books, okay, you know what I'm saying? And I try to keep things simple because usually if someone can simplify themselves in the most clearest terms as possible, I consider them more superior, okay? You don't really have to use complex words to get your point across. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people trying to do that seem more intelligent, okay? You know, I try to I can say smart, okay? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be intelligent. You don't have to use the word intelligent. You can say smart. If you're creative with your words, with a comical sense, and you can understand what my point is, then you would know, okay? Now, on to my point here. Is there a God? When I was a child, I always prayed to a God. Right? I always prayed to God. I was like, yo, how come God didn't answer my prayers immediately? Okay, right? I'm a pure Christian. I was a pure little Christian boy. Brainwashed into religion at the age of 5, 7, I think it was. So I started hearing the voices because I almost killed my stepdad, okay? But other than that, I was like, hold it, wait a minute. Before I had that premonition with me, okay? Until that happened, okay? Premonition means like a vision or a dream, okay? You know what I'm saying? I saw something. It came to light, okay? And I was like, wait a minute. I started asking God questions, okay? Okay, you exist, dear Lord. Okay, where are you? What happened to Jesus, okay? So I said, okay, how about this? I'll make a simple prayer, okay? And I'm a pure-hearted individual, perfect child. You know, perfect children who would suffer, or usually the perfect children who usually suffer are indigo children. That's what I see, okay? So I suffer for no apparent reason, mainly because some mistakes my parents did, whatever, okay? So I'm like, okay, I get all this suffering and stuff like that because I'm not learning at a certain rate or speed to comprehend the uncommon sensely ways of my parents. So I was like, okay, dear Jesus, you'll get me out of here. Okay, God, you'll get me out of here. So as I was praying, nothing really happened, okay? Until one day I tried to take the first move from getting myself out of abuse, okay? Which is my stepdad situation. I told you the story before. Took a machete and almost chopped his head and his jugular off right next to my mom while she was sleeping. But other than that, you don't know if that story is real or not. You don't even know, okay? It's a complete dark. It would have been a lot of blood. And then a voice came to me and said, hey, wait a minute. Now, I don't know what the fuck this voice is. Okay, you get what I'm saying? I don't even understand what this voice is. But it said, wait. Maybe it was intuition. Maybe it was introspection voices. Introspection means that I'm thinking to myself. You know, I'm hearing myself. Inquisitive questions. Inquisitive meaning being asking questions, okay? Right? So I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe something will happen, okay? You have to give it time, okay? But as I was going to church as being a Christian, okay, I was like, wait a minute, how come I'm not getting the answers that I wanted? I wanted the Holy Ghost. I wanted to spin around like my brothers and sisters and all sorts of people in the church. I wanted to feel that kind of euphoric type of feeling. You know what I'm saying? When you're in church, you see people like, why are they so different from me? I'm just a child, so I know I'm more perfect than they are. So how come I didn't get the Holy Spirit? How come I didn't feel it? I was a very mature child. I asked my mom questions and I got smacked for it. And I said, why did I go to the church? I don't go to church. It's boring. So since nothing actually happened with Jesus, nor God, not even Satan. As a matter of fact, when I started playing to the dark side, shit started twisting a little. It started changing. Now, I'm not saying it directly happened. It seems like it takes a little bit of time. I said, dear God, if you do exist, then you'll give me everything I need in my life. Everything, okay? If you don't, however, give me things that I like, and I deserve it, okay? Honestly, because I do. Locked in a box, being abused, suffering, crying, weeping, okay? Like Jesus, okay? Hey! Then I will know he exists. Probably he does. But I can't even use common sense on that type of shit. Okay, even if everything does happen, I'll believe more that he probably does exist. But since I have visions and dreams, I had a vision of Jesus. I had a vision of God. I had visions of demons and monsters and stuff like that. So I believe in all three. So it's best to keep your mind open to possibilities and probabilities. And then I started reading some more about maybe there is a God. Maybe. I'm not saying there is a God. I never said that. But wait a minute. Scientists are discovering certain little particles and stuff like that. And things that they can't even explain. So if they can't explain some things, like the placebo effect and certain pseudosciences, and certain sciences that really can't be truly explained, maybe there's something more to the human eye that we can't see. Then I read the religions. I read all sorts of religions. I just don't read one religion like Christianity. And then I realized, wait a minute, in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, it says, and we created it, and God and man in our image. In our image, who the fuck is our? So I kind of like, wait a minute, what about the other religions? So I started looking at other religions. And then I realized we're created by the yolk, the egg. The Indians say we were created by the space gods, the space deities. I'm like, what space deities? What is demiurge gods? These questions started popping up in my head. Okay, and when these questions started popping up, I said, wait a minute. If a demiurge god, okay, D-E-M-I, urge, look it up. Agnostics are the Gnostic faith, okay, G-N-O-S-T-I-C. Gnostic faith usually believe in the story of the agnostic gods, or you want to say alien gods, or deities created us. And I said, that sounds like something that has a lot of facts to it, because it's actually drawn on the walls. Okay, there's a lot of different alien species and deities. I read stories like Gilgamesh, Shiva, Krishna, okay, you know, the Veda records, the Mahabharata. These things all come together in one fell swoop. And that's why I say you come to my page, you get common sense. You see my daughter a little bit. I make you smile just a little bit. I said, wait a minute, I can't say there's absolutely no God. The key word here is absolutely. There can't be. You can't even say that, because you have to be in multiple universes at once, babies. You actually have to be in multiple universes to say that there's absolutely no God. And that's impossible for anybody to say that in this realm. Okay, so I'm like, wait a minute. If there's a possibility that we came here. Now, in one book I read, I don't know exactly what the book is. It's more in the Eastern Hinduism. More in Eastern. I'm just going on thought straight up the top of my head. There is a book that I don't know what it's called that said we came here. We came here as a challenge. We came here to realize that we have a test. We came here to realize what suffering and happiness and all sorts of negative feelings and emotions there is. We came here as a test, and we have a mission. We can't leave this body, however, because we forgot who we were on the other side. The problem with coming to this world, this is one of the harshest worlds, because there's an infinite number of worlds out there. And you know, scientists are always boggling down on the planets, the gas planets out there. Come on now. Think with common sense now. So that means there's a small percentage, a tiny 0.0001, that maybe seems so impossible that it may be possible. I said, whoa. And then the scientists are finding God particles and stuff like that. You go in Switzerland, they're messing with CERN project. They're trying to open up different portals and shit. UFOs, millions of people seeing UFOs. I'm like, So that means I can't say there is a God or is not a God. No one has a right to say these things. I said, wow, my mind is very open. Okay, so what does that make me? It makes me a common sense believer in myself and also the unknown, okay? So that's the most logical way you can think of, right? Possibilities and probabilities. That makes you more agnostic. A-G-N-O-S-T-I-C. Agnostics is skeptic. They don't have enough information. They doesn't have enough information. That's all agnostic faith is. Now, Gnostic faith, they have knowledge, but they usually keep that shit to themselves, okay? That's what I read on the Gnostic faith. The gnosis is the third eye within. You open that third eye. Y'all peoples. You don't have to say, okay, this absolutely the God. You can't even say that. You know, you kind of being a theist when you say there's a small possibility, but it's best to be a theist, because scientists start off as theists. Okay, everything always starts off a theory and then until it's worked on. You know what I'm saying? So you may be in this world, trapped in this world, or probably there's other stories though, but I'll tell you one story. We came here to this planet as a challenge because it was so boring on the other side. I mean, it's actually so exciting. So you wanted something new. And even the Godhead told you, you don't need to come to this planet. You'll forget who you were. Okay? You understand that now? You came here to this world so you can learn, explore all the suffering, sorrows, different challenges. It's like a fucking video game. That's all it is. Whatever your mind vibration is that's where you're gonna go. like most of the Eastern philosophies and understanding and religion, they believe in reincarnation. You may be reincarnated as a monkey, a rat, an ant, a microorganism. Come on now. Come on, peoples. That's a possibility. Now, atheists don't understand those concepts because they go on everything by fact, okay? They go on everything, they think that they're thinking illogically all of the time, but they're forgetting one thing, okay? Now, I'm not saying all atheists think this way. Possibilities and probabilities are everything. It's very important to say, okay, it doesn't matter if that atheist says 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, okay? It doesn't really matter, okay? Right, Zaza? She's so mad. But the whole purpose is to be an open-minded, common-sensely thinking person. You don't have to be complex when you speak. I watch a lot of videos out there. You use these complex words so other people have to look the words up. Okay? I don't need to do that, okay? I'm content, okay? I am content with the things I have. There's people who are rich who don't want to help other people, who consider themselves Christians. Don't be a cryptic. Don't read your religions and not help one another, because the whole purpose of religion is to help one another. That's all the religions are about. Okay, so now you understand the common sense approach right there. Now, when I was a kid, there's other stories too. They say that we are in the bowels of hell, and we are all fallen angels. We are actually all demons. Okay, we're all demons in different forms. We all have our own, shell or matra. You want to call it the body, the spiritual body. When you leave this body, you enter another body. It's just hypotheticals, babies. It's educated guesses. It's open-minded, educated guesses. There's a probability. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now you understand why there may be a small percentage of a God. And then again, there may be no God at all. Okay. You really can't say neither of those things. You can only say probabilities. Okay. You said you don't know. I don't know. If you say you don't know, just say you can't say. Okay. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. Peace.